Several innings before Boone's Sunday ejection,
Of course, you don't get one.
And now Boone is gone.
we had some more fun in Tampa that you wanted us to look at.
Josh Donaldson will lead off here in the second inning, 1-0 Yankees.
And Armstrong throws, almost hit him up and inside, and Donaldson with a lookout to Armstrong, and Donaldson never one to shy away from trouble.
And Bethencourt steps between Donaldson and the pitcher. Now the benches will clear, the bullpens will clear.
Coming in as well as tempers beginning to flare.
This isn't the first time the Yankees and Rays have gotten up close and personal in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think Bethencourt came in and said, hey, it wasn't intentional, and Donaldson looked at him and said, I don't care. I mean,
What's striking to me is everyone seems to be like all smiles, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this guy overreacted again. Even the coaches of the Yankee staff smiling. But nonetheless, the bench is cleared, and we have to do something about that.
intentional, absolutely not, but it's frustrating. I mean, you're at the end of your leash because of the way you're playing. You don't need much to spark something.
With the Rays closing in on the Yankees, the intensity is ratcheted up even more.
I apologize in advance, but would you say they're bringing the heat?
It was Donaldson who had that little conversation in the first game of this series with Jeffrey Springs.
Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of history, brief as it may be. This is heads up territory. Heads up is a report that umpires receive before every game that says, hey, do these two teams have an unsporting history of any sort? This would show up in the report. So Tampa, New York, there's unsporting history between the teams. Something foolish could happen. Combine that with the bench clearing that you just had, and pretty much the only decision you have left is to issue warnings, which again can be issued for any time for any reason and do not require an intentional hit by pitch in order to issue them.
Count is hit you.
Came in and said, hey, it wasn't intentional, and Donaldson looked at him and said, I don't care. I mean, as a pitcher,
Your catcher getting right out there in between Donaldson and Armstrong right there. When he senses trouble, here he comes. Hey, 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 hey.
Well, Donaldson didn't like it, had a few words.
Both teams are warned, so that...
Warnings are pretty standard. After a bench clearing, you don't need any intentionality to issue one. It can be issued simply because the teams aren't getting along.
If he has one go up and in and it gets away from him, he's going to get thrown out of the game.
That's a common misconception. No, not all inside pitches are suddenly illegal, only intentional ones, and clearly evidenced by the fact that no one else got ejected in this game.
And the benches begin to empty, and the bullpens are coming in as well.